Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of thoughts and what they really are. Did you know that we have approximately 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day? Most thoughts are repeated thoughts, meaning the same thought yesterday, last week, and last year. And we also think that these thoughts are ours, but that's not necessarily true. Many of these thoughts we have picked up from the world around us. We have become addicted to thinking. When we are thinking a thought, we are focusing all our attention onto a very, very tiny aspect of reality. Or as Alan Watts says, thinking means losing touch with reality. We are caught in a thought bubble and often get stuck and lost in it. This deepens our feeling of separation. Separation from all that is, are one of the main causes for suffering in life. Thinking always isolates us, separates us, whereas simply being always unites and connects us. Being or being aware does not require thinking. It is actually the opposite. It is a space without thoughts. It is being present, instead of being lost in thoughts. That's what the teacher calls mindful living. Let's now look at a typical life cycle of a thought. Take an architect who wants to design a house. She starts with a simple thought. And as she keeps thinking about the house, the design becomes more detailed. She gets windows, doors, and so on. And the thought becomes stronger. Now the next step is to bring this ethereal thought into the two-dimensional reality, as a drawing on paper, or on the computer screen. Now together, with the help of many workers and time, eventually the house becomes a three-dimensional reality. That is a natural part of the thought. Thoughts become things, because a thing is a mature, ripened form of a thought. Yes, even our planet, Earth, is a manifested thought form. So all our thoughts are concepts that want to become effective, real, or manifested. Like everything else in the universe, they have an inner life force that keeps them going. Furthermore, we are always thinking in pictures. So each thought has its unique form or shape. All thoughts are independent, living entities. Now let's look at an average, crummy thought that we might have during any day. This thought entity stays close to us for as long as we keep thinking and feeding it. The more we think the thought, the bigger and stronger it becomes. Remember that the whole universe is communication. It is based on sending and receiving. Our crummy thought is an energy field and is also sending and receiving vibrations from other sources. It is connecting with other thought energies of the same or similar vibration. Like attracts like. If our crummy thought is not stopped, it eventually will band together with similar crummy thoughts. And together they become a large thought complex or thought bubble. In accordance with the law of sowing and reaping, this thought complex will eventually return to the sender, returning back to us, to influence us, and endeavor to cause whatever it is that we may have feared with our originally crummy thinking. Depending on how often we have the thought and are still thinking the same thought, it will gradually settle in our aura and start exerting its influence on us and on our soul, from without to within, and whatever we may be afraid of now becomes a reality. There is another interesting point we can also be influenced by. Thoughts that are originally not ours. Thought complexes from others can influence us if we have similar vibrations in us. Like fear, for instance. Eckhart Tolle points out, then when such a thought form or complex finds any resonance with us, it hits us. It may start as a little irritation, but can quickly grow. So any big thought that takes over our mind is not necessarily our own original thought. These large thought forms can also take over whole groups of people, countries, and governments. Often they are promoted by the media, and if we identify with these thoughts, we are basically unconscious. Other people are then running our programs and are running us. These large thought complexes can have direct contact with the lower, negative astral spheres, like the demonic realms, from where they are thinned and stirred up even more to influence humans with disastrous results. You can find more about this dark power in a short video on evil. We often forget that the realm of thoughts are densely populated. If we could see these thought forms surrounding us, we would be horrified. They show without any masks the grotesque desires and intentions of their creators. It's like walking through a sewer, where these thoughts complexes are like heavy, sluggish mud or oil slicks. But on the other hand, positive thoughts of love, compassion, truth, and understanding have a glow within and around us. They can act like a force to remove the destructive thought forms. I would like to share another example with you. Imagine we strongly dislike somebody, for instance, a coworker. So we are thinking a thought of hate towards that person. We wish him ill. This is what happens. This thought is now an independent entity that we have sent towards our coworker. The thought will reach them and attach itself to him. If that person does not have anything that resonates with our hateful thoughts, it will have no effect on them. But chances are that the coworker does have a tiny amount of hateful vibration within them. That is enough for our thought to stimulate and increase this hateful vibration. Our thought is now poisoning our coworker, and this is now where it becomes very interesting. If our negative thought causes the coworker to do something negative, like hurting someone else, we would be karmically bound to that coworker and be co-responsible for his negative actions or words. Note, this thought will eventually come back to us. According to the law of sowing and reaping, as seen earlier, thoughts are a magnetic force of energy, and no energy is ever lost. Our negative thoughts will return to us, the originator. By the way, the same dynamic happens with the opposite result. Whenever we send out good thoughts, like blessings, lightful thoughts can bring and reinforce joy, harmony, and health in others. I think it was Ned Kahn who said, "We have to bless the living crap out of everyone," meaning for as long as we bless and wish well for others, it is impossible to have any negative thoughts of being affected by them. For more, watch the video, How to Bless. As we have just seen, there is an incredible power in thoughts, and we should watch our thoughts and become aware of any negative thought and stop it right away. We can either bring light into this world or poison it. Negative or positive thoughts can influence our genes, even the genes of a developing body of a baby in a mother's womb. This is from The Cause and Development of All Illness by Gabriella. That is available on Amazon. Therefore, meditation and the desire for stillness are so important. We can also question all these stressful thoughts that we become aware of. One way is to use these 4 questions developed by Byron Katie. A link is below to download the worksheet and can read the various books she's written with Hans Wilhelm. In addition, let us become discerning about places and people and media outlets that thrive on negativity, as we have just seen this great danger of thinking and promoting negative thoughts that are not even ours. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.